And here is the fourth video of the writing test 2 of the IELTS test.
Okay, here is script 7. Let's look at the word count first. Word count, the script comes in at 269 words. Pretty good. Let's look at the prompt. In Britain, when someone gets old, they often go to live in a home with other old people where there are nurses to look after them. First of all, I've never seen a prompt for the task you're writing that is this country specific. Well, okay. Sometimes the government has to pay for this care. Seems to be a word missing here. Who should be responsible for our old people? Give reasons for your answer. Okay, so basically, who should be responsible for our people, for our old people? That's the question from the prompt that we need to address. Now, the writer gives us some background. Whether we extend to our other securities what they deserve. Okay, so here he introduces us to the old people's homes, or nursing homes, since there are nurses, nursing homes. Okay, then the critics of this system. Now it's retirement homes. And okay, so the writer gives us both views, which is not what the question is. The question says who should be responsible for old people. So I didn't ask you to discuss both views. But in the last paragraph, the writer does give us his opinion. Neither side is completely right. It's kind of a cop-out. I think it's better to just choose one. But the approach is not what the question wants you to do. The question doesn't ask you to describe both sides. Okay. So, task response. Let's look at 6. Addresses all parts of the task. Presents a relevant position. Is this relevant? It's not irrelevant. You might get away with a 6. But the response is definitely not great. Alright, let's look at the coherence and cohesion. Okay, so this is there, of course, refers to the home, so that's good. Now this phrase, however, this system, referring to the nursing home system. Okay, they point out, okay, good referencing. In addition, oh, this is good. On the other hand, not only, but, okay, that's good. Multiple, for instance, on the other hand, it seems to be a repetition. On the other hand, that's quite good. A range of cohesive devices. Maybe some overuse. Well, we did see some overuse. 7, probably. It seems pretty good. Let's look at the vocabulary. Toil. That's good. Are put into homes. Professional nurses. But whether we extend to our own security. Extend. Extend is good. instead of saying, for example, give, just to extend, that's good. Tend to feel useless. Tend to feel useless and unwanted. All people tend to feel useless. On a daily basis. Daily basis, I think is quite good. Burden. Okay. Oh, penniless. Penniless is a good phrase. Now, even though with some inaccuracies. See, there aren't many inaccuracies, but is there a range? Is this adequate range? Let's see for 7, because this doesn't apply. There aren't many inaccuracies. To allow some flexibility and precision. Less common lexical items. Less common. Less common. I don't think there's enough less common vocabulary. See, to get a 7, you would have to meet each of these requirements. So you can't give him a 7 for that, even though there aren't many inaccuracies. There just aren't enough. There aren't enough less common words used. Let's have a look at the grammar. Are put into homes, because you have a passive structure. They are looked after, passive. Let's raise controversy. Okay, so you have present perfect. Retirement sums. Okay, so we have a relative clause. Relative clause again. Okay, this conjunction here. Oh, we need a great deal of looking after. Actually, this is a good phrase for the vocabulary. Okay. So we can see for the grammar, very, very common to see error-free sentences. Can be great help to the children. And okay. Are better off being looked after. Oh, that's good. Vocabulary, grammar quite good, strong. A variety of complex structures. Frequently, we see error-free sentences. So for grammar, 7 is probably a good score. Okay, here is script number 8 for the task 2 writing. Before we look at the prompt, let's see what the word count is. 243 words. So not quite 250, but probably close enough. Okay, the prompt. People attend college or university for many different reasons. For example, new experiences, career preparation, increased knowledge. Why do you think people attend college or university? That's basically what we need to answer. Now, the writer took these reasons straight from the prompt. New experiences, to have new experiences. Prepare for a career, to have new experiences. Increase their knowledge of themselves. Okay, so this comes straight from the prompt. There's slight rewording. Not too much though. We could have done a better job at rewording this. Now, second paragraph has to do with career preparation, but there's no clear signposting that this is actually the first reason. So they could have said the first reason is career preparation, which is becoming more and more important to young people. Okay, so this has to do with the job market, skills, careers. Okay. So this is the first reason. Students go to college or universities to have new experiences. The second reason, besides looking for self-knowledge, people also attend university to expand their knowledge, which I find interesting. Okay, so here's the third reason. There's not a whole lot of originality, but we don't need to be that original. I just think he could have done a better job at rephrasing these points made in the prompt. Okay, so let's look at task response 6. Addresses all parts of the task. Yeah, he did that. Presents relevant main ideas, some even more developed or unclear. Let's go to 7. Presents, extends, and supports main ideas. There may be a tendency to overgeneralize. Okay, so are the main ideas well extended and supported? Are there examples of main ideas? Seems to me that this topic is quite well supported. If I look at this, it doesn't overgeneralize. He says for many. It doesn't say for everybody. And it gives some reasons. This often means, so again, it doesn't overgeneralize. For most students. Okay, so he's very careful not to overgeneralize. And here again, we see this for many. So, yeah, why not 7 for task response? Pretty good. Let's have a look at the coherence and cohesiveness of this writing. Okay, there's some referencing here. This is the primary reason. They know. This means. So we have at college, they can learn new skills for careers with a lot of opportunities. This means, because if you follow the sentence, they is already been mentioned. This is what we call old information. So the old information appears in the beginning of the sentence, and then as we progress through the sentence, they can learn new skills for careers with a lot of opportunities. So this hasn't been mentioned before. This is the old information. Sorry, the new information. So the structure of writing is usually we start off with something that's already been mentioned, old information, and as we progress, we give new information. So here, this, and this second sentence, is old information. So this is already been mentioned. And they progress and give us some new information. So I really like the structure. It's very easy to read. This second reason starts with also. This often means for most students. In addition, I don't know why there's an S there, but okay. In addition, these decisions, okay. Very easy to read, very easy to follow. Besides, okay, very easy to read, very easy to follow. Central topic to each paragraph, yeah. A range of cohesive devices. Okay, so how wide is the range? We have also, we have an addition. Okay, so there aren't that many overt cohesive devices, but I would say there are enough to give it a score of 7. Let's go on to look at the vocabulary. We can pretty much ignore the first paragraph, since so much of that is taken from the prompt. Now, it's very accurate. There aren't many words that are chosen incorrectly. The only one I saw was only one, right? Where was that? Oh, this, in addition, this might just mean a typo, or, well, not a typo, mistake in the writing. Only one. But to get a 7, we would need to use words that show some flexibility in order to get precise meaning conveyed by using some less common vocabulary items. I don't see that, even though it's very accurate. There just isn't that flexibility. The words are pretty general. So, not a 7. It's got to be a 6. It can't be a 5 because it's not minimally adequate. It is adequate for the task. And then if we look at the grammar, simple present tense, present tense, present continuous, present tense. This means careers such as that are expected to need large workforce in the years. Okay, so here we have a relative clause, simple sentence, I do like this having the opportunity. Oh, too many simple sentences. Okay, that's a big problem. Let's look at grammar number 6. Uses a mix of simple and complex sentence forms. Well, that just didn't happen. It wasn't a mix. It was overwhelmingly just simple sentences. So it's going to have to be a 5 for grammar. It's too bad, because for the other criteria, they did quite well in. Okay, so too bad about that.